Alright guys, so I'm going to be talking about the third and final Doctor Who special, The Giggle. This is the episode I think all of us have been waiting for. You know, the big regeneration scene, obviously NPH as the Toymaker, all that good stuff. And what did I think of it? One of my friends, Joel Davis, said that Russell T Davies is known best for character stuff, not so much in finishing an ending, or, you know, he's really big on the Deus Ex Machina, because he's more like, ooh, cool thing, and story, but actually it's a character art. It's actually a character piece. That's kind of how it went. But yeah, so I'm going to go through some things real fast, starting with the whole story of the Giggle. So the Giggle is this thing created by the Toymaker, which is a doll that was used as the first image in television. It's been hidden in the background, and that is now driving mankind insane because everyone thinks they're right. And there's even, like, a moment where, like, this news studio says, like, oh, it's this thing that's going to, like, supposedly help us is fake, it's wrong. I'm like, I see what we're doing here, Davies. I don't know if it's I don't know if you're being clever, but I understand what making a whole universe, like a whole mind virus that makes you think you're right and makes you combative over nothing. That's the human race. Yep. The Doctor has that great moment, too. It's also cool to see Melanie Bush, the character of Mel, again, a Sixth Doctor companion. It's always nice to give some Colin Baker era Doctor some love. I really do appreciate that there is some love there for that character. Even though she doesn't really get to do much, well, she does get to do some things, and maybe we'll talk more about it. But yeah, I appreciate, even though Colin Baker's era wasn't one of my favorite Doctors, I do have a major appreciation for all the Doctors. So to see, like, the series acknowledging something from Colin Baker's era, which literally has, they treat like a bad bad plague. It's nice to see, like, some. Also, we get more of her story of how it ended in that era. Yeah. It was a lot of fun to see Mel. Also, we got some more stuff. Like, I know Mel was technically both a 6th and 7th Doctor, but like I said, it's always nice to see Colin stuff in here. Like, Colin Baker stuff is fun. But let's talk about the Toymaker. Neil Patrick Harris's performance, I'm just gonna say it. I know James Gunn is recasting all these characters, and we don't know how many people Sean Gunn is going to play. He's already getting 3 roles. For all we know, he could play like 50% of the DC Universe films at this time with all these roles. But I'm going to say right now, I kind of want Neil Patrick Harris to be, like, audition for the Joker. I would really like to see, like, this version of the... Like, I think with this performance, it made me go, he's literally live-action Mark Hamill Joker. He's doing his dumb German accent, but that's the point, is that he's supposed to annoy you. And, like, how he just carries himself, and there's just moments where you're like, oh, he's pretty funny, but there's, like, something scary behind that fun. So I was really like, yeah, he's literally just playing a live-action Mark Hamill Joker, just with a fake German accent, but he's only doing that to piss off the protagonist. Don't tell me that version of Joker wouldn't put on a German accent just randomly, just to piss off Batman. Like, yeah, that's something Joker would do. So I'm kind of like, and maybe I'll do a whole video on this one day, but, like, I would like to see a Joker in this universe not be like some dark, and yes, there are great performances of, like, this dark humor, dark and brooding Joker, but can we have a change of pace in the Gunn era whenever we get to Joker in his Batman movies? Can we have, like, a Joker who is, like, funny, but also scary funny? Like, you don't know if he's gonna shoot you, or he's just gonna be like, alright, you can go. And then probably shoot you afterwards. Like, I want, like, a ha-ha, stab funny Joker. And Harris, yeah, he'd be good. Also, I do love there's a moment in here that Donna encounters these evil dolls, and it literally, how they set that scene up and how it's shot literally reminds me of a scene it looks like a scene straight out of Evil Dead. It really does feel like an Evil Dead scene, especially, like, when Donna does her one-liner. I'm like, she's just being Ash right now. So I really have liked it. But yeah, let's continue on with the review, because I've got a lot more to say on that. All right, so, but that's the thing, is that this whole thing between the Doctor and the Toymaker, going back to my original point, is it's a nice little back and forth. And again, Harris knows when to be funny and when to be scary. We also get some things of what's to come, talking about the one who waits, being so terrifying that the Toymaker ran away from him. Of course, we gotta have like a big villain for the end of the series. So, let's talk about some theories real quick. Who could be the one who waits? I think it's the Valyard. Every time we get like a big endgame boss, or a big dark secret, it usually pertains to the Doctor in some way or form. Like, I've watched enough of this show to be like, oh, so it's a variant of the Doctor. So why not just have a variant of the Doctor be the villain? And this whole thing was about, what the Doctor is, about regeneration and what that means to him. And it's also dealing with the trauma of being the Doctor. And you could have this new incarnation of the Valyard be like a Doctor who is made up of that trauma and rage and anger and all of it. And he is the one who waits, because he's a future regeneration. That's just my thought. Like, again, we already had like some love to Colin Baker's Doctor with Mel and a few other things here and there. So I was just like, this would be the kind of perfect time to bring up the Valyard. So, yeah, we haven't seen him in a while, so it'd be kind of cool. I'm just saying. Or, I've seen some people say maybe it's Sutek, which would also be cool. But I'm putting my money on the Valyard. Anyway, the other thing is that we, of course, have that moment where the Master was dying and he was put in a gold tooth, the Toymaker's gold tooth. And then the Toymaker, when he's defeated, the gold tooth is left behind, and we see like a lady's hand pick up the tooth. And I'm like, that's the Ronnie. That's definitely the Ronnie. Because every new Doctor needs needs his or her master. That came out wrong. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that female hand we saw, that's the Ronnie. Because Russell T Davies, if you thought Stephen Moffat was big on references, you ain't got nothing on Davies. So I'm pretty sure that, since we're bringing up all this other stuff, I'm sure it's the Ronnie. We've used the Master a lot. We're going to use him in some point. We're going to use her at some point. And also, when we get a new Master, whenever, not if, but when we get a new Master, can we have him be... I don't think he'll be another woman. Not because I'm not just like, oh, it just need to be a woman. I'm saying like we've done the woman thing. I think the Master for this incarnation should be like, we've had a younger Master, and we always had this crazy like Anthony Ainley but Jokerized version of the Master. Let's have a Master who is like older and he's more darker. He's more aggressive. He's not jokey. He's more like, he's not like, haha, I'm so whimsical, I'm going to kill everyone, haha, because fuck you, Doctor. It's more, I want a Doctor who's kind of like the Derek Jacobi version of the Master we got in Series 3 and a lot of the Big Finish dramas. So I'd like an older Master, more like haggard Master. A Master, because we have a young... we'll get to him in a moment. But we have a new young Doctor who is like dashing about and being all happy. This Master needs to be the opposite of that. An older, more aggressive, like, I don't deal with your shit anymore, Doctor. You know what happened to me? I was a fucking tooth for 2,000 years. So, yeah. And let's talk about the 15th Doctor and the bi-regeneration where the 14th, Tennant's Doctor, and Nuche, I think I'm pronouncing that name right, I apologize for not, split, and now we have the 14th and the 15th Doctor existing simultaneously. And I think it's like they've only got one heart now, and I think at one point when we get to the next regeneration, or towards the end of this season, what will happen is that they'll both like combined, and like the 15th Doctor will be over his trauma, and like he'll like the 15th Doctor will be whole again. But I already like the 15th Doctor to begin with. I'm almost tempted to do a review of the Christmas special if you guys are up for it, because I love the energy. He's also a Doctor who's like, even though he's older, he's have this younger form to him, and he also has like this care to him. Like there's this you know, I've done all this. Like, I need to take the world needs a doctor. Like, the universe still needs me, but we also need to stay in one place and heal. So I will go out into the world. I'm sorry if the mic picked that up. Dad's watching a football game. Anyway, I will go out into the world and protect it, in the universe, and protect it. You stay here and heal for both of us. And I heard there was a leak, but I didn't believe it. Of what was gonna happen is that Tennant's doctor and the new doctor were gonna split. Like, it wasn't gonna be like a normal regeneration. It was gonna be like that. And I was like, that's weird. I don't know, but I don't trust that leak. And that was months ago. But I was like, oh, I guess the leak is real. Okay. I gotta say, I don't hate it. Davies is having the nostalgia factor, and we have a Doctor on Earth, and I would love to see episodes that focus on the 15th Doctor, and then we cut back to 14th Doctor on Earth. That way we can have a cake and eat it too moment, where what we could have is space adventures out there, and then adventures on Earth, like the John Pertwee era with that Doctor. That'd be a lot of fun. Anyway, all in all, aside from the second special, which had its moments, I think that the second special was the weakest, but this trilogy of new specials was definitely a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to this new era of Doctor Who, and I may or may not do a review of the Christmas special, depending on how I feel or how the reaction is for it. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of Doctor Who: The Giggle? I can't believe that's the title we're going with, but whatever. Anyway, did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time, the Multiverse.